Yeah, hey man, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You know what's going down, man. You know this finna be a hit, boy.
Man, I'm a rebel with a cause, ball till I fall. Hustle with my dogs, selling CDs at the mall. a.k.a. and P to G, Pride and Lil D. Everywhere records go there. SBWP, man, I'm a rebel with a cause, ball till I fall. Hustle with my dogs, selling CDs at the mall. a.k.a. and P to G, Pride and Lil D. Everywhere records go there. SBWP, man, I'm a ball till I fall. Hustling CDs with my dogs. Come around, little daddy, feeling me VKP at the mall. PDG and J on their way. What are we gon' hustle all day? Don't think I'm worried about getting paid. What about these souls? I'ma say I'm 24, I'm feeling good, trying to put my hood on the map. We make that music for them dope boys posted up in the trap. I came to spread the word of God, open up your heart and your man. This for my road is in the streets and the ones out there serving time.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? I hope everybody had a good new year. Just want to bring another video to you, remembering Lil Poochie. You know what I'm saying? Husband, he was a father, artist, you know what I'm saying, man of God, and a man of honor, and a man of integrity, you know. I want to give you a little bit more backstory on Poochie and, you know what I'm saying, the things that he did, you know, and just his mentality. This is going to dive more into his mentality and how he saw things, you know, his perspective. The last video was mainly his vision and what he was carrying out, you know, and using his music in places like the mall and try to just reach another crowd of people, a different crowd. So this one is going to focus more on like just his mentality and how he was as a person. I'm going to get into this one very quickly. So, you know, when we talk about Lil Poochie and remember him, you got to understand too, like I said, where Poochie came from, his background, what he knew and what he was trying to achieve. He did have a vision and he was very perceptive of where he was going. He started to be more aware of who he was as he became a Christian. And not only that, he wanted to take other people under the wing with him, such as Young Royal, you know, and he had a group of others that he wanted to put under his wing, you know. But Poochie was always forward thinking. Like, he always saw the next best thing and he was always trying to go for it. Not only that, you know, he just really was trying to make an impact. He was trying to change what he saw. And the truth being, he knew he couldn't change everything. So he just changed what he knew he could work with, you know? And not necessarily people, but just trying to make a difference in people's lives while he was striving for perfection and doing what God was showing him what to do. So he had this roadmap in his mind of where he was trying to go and where he was trying to be. And he wanted to get there. He wanted to make sure that he was there when he got to that place. He didn't want to continue doing the same thing, you know, just repetitively and it not going anywhere. He always wanted to make a difference in everything he was trying to do. So with music, that was basically his plan. You got to understand, when Poochie came into Christian hip hop, he came from a different world, basically. And what I mean by that, he came from a place where things were different, you know, things were not the same, you know, and stepping into Christianity, you know, and stepping into that belief and faith system and understanding where you go from there and learning who you are as you go. Like, he took that seriously, head on. Like, he wasn't playing no games with this. Like, he was taking this as it was. And as the Bible said it was, that's how he would take it and he would run with that. But he also knew how to take what the Bible said and he knew how to give it out to others, you know, and he would kind of do it in a way that it was acceptable to other people, basically. And what I'm referring to when I say that is his music. He knew how to take his music and get it out to people in a way that even if they wasn't really living that life, they would accept it. you know, because he came from the same backgrounds as the people he was ministering to. So it was an automatic. He could connect with anybody, gang member, you know, whatever. He could connect with anybody, thug, thief, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He ran with that. You know what I mean? He knew how to get his music into those people, and that's who he was, you know. And that's just something you got to look at. That's something you got to look at for the most part, and realize, hey, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no ordinary dude here. You know what I mean? He got a purpose. He got something that he's trying to do, that he's trying to get to other people. You know what I'm saying? So that's Poochie in a nutshell. And I'm gonna continue to break down more. You know what I'm saying? And give y'all a little bit more. You know what I'm saying, as we go further along. So yeah, you know, when we're talking about Lil Poochie came into this Christian rap game forward thinking, like I was saying, you know, and just really on top of his game and really trying to make a difference. Like he was really trying to, you know what I'm saying, change things that he saw that could be changed by living it out. He saw that living it out was the greatest weapon against the enemy, and he knew that if he lived it out the way that the Bible was showing him to live it out, then he would achieve his goals and success. So Poochie, I usually know Poochie. He had a lot of AKAs. If anybody know Poochie, he had a lot of AKAs. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I think his original AKA was Smoke. You know, that was back in. This is before Lil Poochie. This was Smoke. So this is back in the day. You know what I mean? So Smoke, and you know what I mean, and then you know, Lil Poochie came after the conversion. That was Lil Poochie. He adopted that right after the conversion. So that was the name that he took on. You know what I'm saying? So that was him, though. That was him. He ran with that. That was him, and that's what he went by. That was his AKA. You know, and another AKA that he had. This is after the conversion too, but it was kind of like his own personal. It dealt with more his personality. That's kind of what I want to get into. This AKA he ran with was Rebel with a Cause. AKA Rebel with a Cause. That was him. He was the original Rebel with a Cause. You know what I'm saying? I know I've heard other people have that title and whatnot, but Poochie, to me, you know what I'm saying, in the way that he dealt with things and handled things, he is the original Rebel with a Cause. And but his reason for titling himself that with that AKA is different. And reason why it's different is because it was, like I said, Poochie saw things that wanted to be changed, and he couldn't change everything that he saw that needed to be changed. Not the way in the way that he wanted to. Just because some things were set in stone that he saw, and he saw that it was traditionalized. He saw, you know what I'm saying, he saw the things in the way this world was moving, and the way certain systems was put in place to hold people back, and, you know what I'm saying, to kind of just limit people's success. He was a rebel to that. He didn't like that, you know, and he wanted to change what he could change. What he was allowed to change by God giving him the, you know what I'm saying, the mentality to see things the way that they really are and make a difference. That was what he wanted to change, and that's the changes that he did make. And he started with himself. If anything, Poochie was, you know, he was critical of always changing himself and making himself better. He was striving for perfection in all his ways, you know, and trying to make himself better, not to be accepted by people, but because God had given him a chance to redeem his life, and he wanted to show, okay, I'm going to make these specific changes in my life. You know, I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm going to be real about it, because I'm a man. I know where I come from, but I'm going to make these changes, and I'm going to make things better for myself. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody else gets changed in the process of me changing, then that's good. That's, you know, maybe he wasn't looking at it specifically that way, but it came with the process. It came with the process, you know, of changing. You know what I'm saying? So as he changed, it started changing everyone around him. You know what I'm saying? Even myself, because he started stepping out of that traditional box that the church was in. So that's why, to me, Poochie is the original rebel with a cause, because when he came into the Christian rap and he came into that arena, there was a lot of traditionalism that had set in. And there was a lot of things that people did that was different, you know what I'm saying, than how he came up. And stepping into this Christian hip hop arena / industry, you know what I mean? People who've been in it for a long time, they know how it is, they know how it gets. And when Poochie saw things different and he saw that it could be changed, he changed it. He went against the grain. And he was quick to let you know, hey, you know, man, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it this way. But it wasn't that his way was wrong. It wasn't a sinful way of doing it. It was just another way that nobody else saw. But he had a vision, so he ran with that vision. His vision took him a different way. It gave him like a detour. But it also put him ahead of a lot of people, even though he didn't look that way. Sometimes it looked like he was behind, like he wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, making no moves because he wasn't in the public eye all the time. But Poochie made a lot of moves and he impacted a lot of people to this day. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people impacted by his music that we won't never know. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't bragging about that stuff. He wasn't boastful about it. He just made the moves and kept it moving and kept it going like he was supposed to. He didn't come and brag. And we didn't have social media like this on such a big platform and such a big scale to where we could come and take pictures and show everything that we was doing. And I was with him most of the time when he was making these moves. And he impacted a lot of people. He touched a lot of people's lives, you know? So, this is a legacy. This is something that his family and can look on and say, wow, he really was doing some stuff. Because, Poochie didn't brag about everything he did. He just did it. And like I said, he had that rebel with a cause mentality that just enabled him to make those moves. I'll give you a testimony. Well, I'll just give you some more examples of what I'm talking about. And these are real examples. These ain't made up. Like, Poochie's whole mind frame and his mindset was like, just hit the target. Souls. I'm trying to reach people. God done changed my life. I'm serious about this. I'm real with it. And I'm gonna show the devil what's up. And that was Poochie's mentality. You know what I mean? So everything that the picture that society painted, he wanted to change that perception, because he knew that perception was dark and that it wasn't going to lead to nothing. He already knew. He had been there. So Poochie's way of showing the devil up and really, reaching people, he would post up by the liquor store and sell his CDs. You know what I'm saying? So, you never really heard of no gospel rappers doing this. I'm not saying that maybe nobody wasn't doing it, but I mean, at that time, I had never heard of nobody doing that. So that was Poochie's way of bossing up, you know what I'm saying? And reaching the people that he wanted to reach. So he post up by the liquor store, like, and have a whole stack of CDs with him. As soon as somebody come out that liquor store, boom, hey, I do gospel rap. You want to check out my CD? I mean, he was real with it. He was like up in your face with it. And he would get respected for that. People would buy the CDs coming out the liquor store. He didn't care. He wasn't caring about the alcohol. He wasn't even looking at that. He wasn't judging people. And I know a lot of times some people felt judged, but he was there to let you know, look, I don't care what you got going on in there. I'm just here to give you a message. I'm a messenger. I'm here to give you this message. I'm posted up right in the enemy's territory and I'm giving you this message. You know what I mean? So, people felt compelled to hey, man, this dude up here, I ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? So they would buy the CD. I mean, he was successful with this. This was his maneuver. You know what I mean? This was his maneuver. And, we would go downtown, sell CDs and stuff like that, where everybody's clubbing, coming out the club, boom, 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 boom. Hey, that's what we doing. And you know, this is Poochie's mentality. This is that rebel with a cause mentality, because he kind of broke a lot of little stagnant rules that was in the Christian hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, there was things that people didn't think you could do, and Poochie showed, hey, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you it can be done. You know what I mean? So going places that people normally wouldn't go, and stepping out of their comfort zone, and stepping out of your boundary to you know, be in these places, Poochie would do it like it was nothing. You know what I mean? And he did it faithfully. He was serious about it. But again, that goes to say that was the rebel with a cause mentality that Poochie had. You know, and you know, this is for everybody that knew him, and even if you didn't know him, you get a sense of who he was, his character, and how bold he was. He believed in being bold, and that's just who he was. So again, you know, just breaking down another story and giving you guys another history of who Poochie was, man. And man, such a very talented, honorable, and a humble man of God. And he was serious about it. He was serious about his position. He was serious about what God had in store for him. So, you know, shout out to you guys, man, and, you know, friends and family. Shout out to Gabriel and the kids. God bless you guys. We love you guys. You know what I mean? And, you know, shout out to Poochie's parents. You know what I'm saying? His legacy is going to live on forever. Poochie was a soldier. He was everything that Christian hip-hop needed. He was a friend, comrade, you name it. He was there. He was down. And we miss him, and we forever will miss him. So shout out. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Poochie, man. King Poochie. For real. You're going to live on forever, homie. So yeah, that's who he was, you know. But I'm going to keep coming with more. I got more stories. All right, God bless you guys. I'm out. Peace.